Hello and welcome back to Geek Feng Shui. I'm your host and game master, Bob Sellers Jr. Welcome to the channel. Hope you subscribe and like what you see. And if you don't want to get notifications, you can set the bell accordingly. So today's video, I debated about how I'm going to go back and look at the older games of Assassin's Creed, because to be honest, I did not play Assassin's Creed until I discovered Odyssey, which was more my type of game, as well as Valhalla, which I've played the tar out of both games. I've done a little bit with Origins. I plan to go back and walk through doing characters in each of those three. But one of the big debates that Assassin's Creed had, particularly with Origins and Valhalla, was the ability to change your main character to choose female or male, which struck me as odd coming out of the Tomb Raider series and other games that had, even World of Warcraft, where you had female characters. And there comes a divisive moment between canon of a series of books and video games and a video game maker's marketing that they have to draw to people. So that's my little soapbox thing in saying that gameplay is an individual thing. There's no right or wrong way that'll make everybody happy. So shout out to someone that does make everybody happy, is Chaotic Good Brewing here in Casson. Geek's place to hang out, whether it's Dungeons and Dragons or Magic the Gathering, or just to visit food trucks, have pizza, beer, soda, milk, water. And they do not reimburse me in any way, shape, or form for bringing them up. And I would ask that you check your local area if you're not blessed like we are for such a place, to check breweries in your area that may measure up. Yeah, ours is always the best, and yours is, yours. So there you go. So today, Liberation HD was originally, as I understand it, a DLC or add-on for Assassin's Creed 3. And they made it into a remake and a separate game that doesn't take that long to play, according to walkthroughs I've seen of it. I've played it. The reason I'm using this as a example of early games is that it's a female assassin protagonist, which may or may not have been Assassin's Creed way of getting outside the box of what they were doing. It's got a little bit older graphics, but it's a remake, so it's good. I own Brotherhood, 3 remastered, Black Flag, Freedom to Cry, and of course this one, and then Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. So we're going to do story mode. We're going to start a new game, and you can name your character whatever you want to be. I think Aveline is the default. It is, you can use a controller. That was another reason I probably didn't play Assassin's Creed, is I haven't really had a console since then. Old Atari days,
Connect with the
PC
past.
and keyboard junkie.
Relive history. Using Abstergo's incredible research into genetic memory, Animus gives you the chance to game within the past. The product you have purchased allows you to access the memories of Aveline du Grandpré, an 18th century assassin caught between two worlds, fighting to find her true purpose. Make history yours. History is our playground. Animus.
Something else I should mention in the earlier games when I watched walkthroughs that might have turned me off to them is they dealt directly more with the Animus directly out of the gate, letting you play the game and then discovering the Animus, which I didn't understand anything about the Assassin's Creed series when I played Origins, and then I watched the movie and understand it far more. So 1 and 2 basically start out with the Animus, where these other ones, such as this one and the later games, start you in the game, would draw you in, for me, which is better. But that's me. That's my personal opinion and my preference. Whether or not you share it, it's up to you. So you can see the map with the golden thing of following, and you hold down the button to run. Kind of gives you an idea of what your character does. Please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the videos, or set the bell accordingly if you don't want to get notifications.
Perfect for Pantherian work, monsieur. Look at this one. Hard-working, strong, healthy too. I told you to keep your place, Congo.
They did
As I was
do a
saying,
different assassin
this one is
for
strong as an ox.
Freedom Cry,
It's in good
which is a
health,
male
and all, not counting the
character.
missing toes.
This just kind of struck me as a carry-on to what became the kerfluffle in Odyssey and Valhalla. You know, very powerful female character does equal power to the male protagonists, and how it was greeted by the fans of the canon. Again, my opinion. Good, better, and different. You're allowed and encouraged to disagree with me.
Pardon, madame.
You there! Bantling pest! I'll have you arrested!
It was a very bad time in history for a lot of people, particularly minorities. I don't remember how to get attacked now. Ah, it's X. Maybe I couldn't do it before, and so I had to. It's kind of different how they introduce the playing to the character and make it easy for you to learn how to do her different skills. It's scary.
Aveline?
Yeah, as far as
Ma chérie.
gameplay goes, this is fairly short compared to how many hours you can spend in later games or even earlier. They
Only a
weren't
dream.
long
I'm sorry to awaken
storylines.
you. Shh, ma chérie, shh. Never apologize. A mother worries, even a stepmother. Thank you, Madeleine. Mama,
Check out my books at
do
sellersjr.com
you
or
worry too?
barbecue down below at
You
Filtered
forget
Swine
me?
BBQ. And on YouTube at
Or are you
Filtered
gone?
Swine BBQ channel.
In any case, the night has better uses than sleep.
This kind of shows how her character came to be in the storyline. So this is where you'll learn how to do safe jumping and the usual you do the right toggle, and A, do the famous leap of faith, which I didn't fully appreciate until I saw the movie.
We have uncovered news of a plantation from which slaves are vanishing. The owners reported their escape, but our network can find no trace of them. If you don your slave guise, perhaps you can investigate this mystery from within. A dressing chamber has been prepared for you in a strategic location. From the top of the cathedral, you will see it.
So you use A button to climb, and you do. And you want to aim better, of course, than I do. This kind of leads you through the directions to go. And it kind of gives you an ability to miss and still manage to get. This is the climbing thing that very common in later, previous and later Assassin's Creed, and it kind of, you see the green little arrow up there that leads you on to it. So this is apparently a lot of what Assassin's Creed 3 was in the same environment. And this is the big reveal. There's the eagle. Ubisoft went through a lot of different, this is Ubisoft Montreal, which did a lot of later games, so they kind of went back and forth, and that's why the game kind of changed throughout, because you had different people driving different wagons. So then you can go out to here, and you do the famous synchronize, which shows you kind of a bird's eye view, pun intended, that is classic for Assassin's Creed. But that's the start, and then you go from here to do further questing, which I am going to do, but I wanted to just do this short introduction. And I believe it saves it from the beginning, so it should bring us back. When you find the see what comes out of its little doohickey here. Some of the earlier games do have nuances when they run. They don't quite shut down as cleanly as you'd like. But that is the introduction. Let's see if I can get back to it. No, I may have to just kill it off. But that is another reason why the older games are somewhat difficult to play. Is a much older technology, which is common for games back then with different gaming engines. But shout out to Chaotic Good. Hope you enjoyed the start. I plan to play this one through. Please subscribe, like, set the bell accordingly, and I look forward to sharing more with you. Have a good time, whichever time of day it is where this finds you.